Hello and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Poogie. So today we will actually finish the last level I am going to do, which I attempted to do earlier, which is of course Orange Asphalt, and then we are finally going to face, dare I say, Dr. Neo Cortex and his master, Uka Uka. Oh yes. We are finally going to try and put an end to the evil doctor's plans. And oh boy, it's interesting. But firstly, Orange Asphalt. So yes, as I said before, I did have a bit of trouble with this level because of mostly because of the police cars, but also because of the pitfalls and everything else. Certainly in the Insane Trilogy version of the game. So yeah, I rammed right into one of those police cars. And how hard it is to actually keep up with any sort of boosting in this case because of A, the police car, and B, the changed AI for the other drivers. Seriously, they are actually hard. I kind of said that actually in Road Crash way back when I did Road Crash, so yeah. But here, yep, it is even harder. Yeah, seriously, so let's boost over the gap and land. Definitely land. And get around you, of course. And let's get through there. Yeah. Around here is a chore as well. Nope. I can't say anything else, really. And also it's the turns as well. I think I'm going through this level again to show you, really. So, yeah, very annoying. So, shall we jump over? Maybe I could have gone for that boost pad, but you know how I am with the turns and everything in this thing. Especially if I am on the dirt track. I'm now in third place, so I have still got 2 more of these races to get past. I don't want to get that thing yet until I have got past here, and then I can use the boost pads to get over the gap, and I'm in first. Very good. And that means I get the crystal. Very nice. So that means now that I have all 25 crystals, we get to face Dr. Neo Cortex, finally. So yeah, and indeed, he's not best pleased with our progress, I don't think, in a strange way.
I'm sorry. This is the part where I'm supposed to be angry, full of rage, incensed beyond belief. Once again, you have outsmarted and outspun my best henchman. I should be rather upset, shouldn't I?
And in fact, we're furious. But it seems you have overlooked one small detail, you little orange delivery boy. Now that you have gathered all the crystals, all we have to do is take them from you! Crash Bandicoot, for the last time, give the crystals to me!
So, basically how we deal with Cortex is, firstly, Aku Aku and Uka Uka will battle each other around the arena. Firstly, they'll start off by shooting lasers at each other, and like with Crash 1, Cortex will start firing his laser gun. Thankfully, the blast that's coming from his laser gun can easily be dodged because of the fact the fight is actually in 3D. So yeah, after he is done shooting his laser blasts, what can happen, and what does usually happen, is that he will throw some landmines on the battlefield, In which case, what you then have to do is actually A, avoid them, and then B, because now Cortex is now dazed, spin him into the center of the arena where he will take damage. And then what will happen is that Uka will have to go in to save him. Then what will then happen is that Aku and Uka will start pretty much pulling a Crash Bandicoot, actually. They'll start spinning all over the arena while Cortex blasts you with his laser. Their pattern is usually set. Well, it is always set, so yeah. You do not want to run into them, as you saw there. Yes, seriously, you do not. One thing I do miss from the original version of this fight is the fact that usually when Uka saves Cortex after you drop him into the gutter, so to speak, is that Cortex usually rises with a bunch of explosions. I don't know why that doesn't happen in Insane Trilogy, because I didn't find that really offensive or anything. Seriously, that's one change I find really weird. I mean, I get the changing of the, for example, even though I disagree with it, the changing of the machine guns in Spyro 1 in the remake of that game for the PS4 and other HD platforms. But I don't get the change of the fact that the explosions when Uka saves Cortex. That's a really weird one. Because you see there, Cortex rises up, no explosions. Actually made Uka look really demonic here. Again, something he kind of is less in this game, but I'll kind of get to that a little later on. So yeah, as I say, their pathway is set. You can usually see them spinning up. They move very slowly to Uka. They're spinning, so that isn't going to be a problem. Just be careful not to be on top of a landmine when it explodes, because they do go off after a while. I believe they can also knock Cortex off as well. Kind of an explosion from a landmine, but that only happened, I think, in the PS1 version. Seemingly they made this fight a tad harder, which is weird. On the third round, what there is Aku and Uka will do, they'll start clashing with each other. Strangely enough, not creating an explosion themselves, seemingly. Yes, seriously. This part, strangely enough, is actually easier than the original, which, honestly, kind of throws me for a bit. Anyway, that being said, now let's knock Cortex into the center, and he's done. And we also get the final upgrade in the game, the speed shoes, which allow us to run very fast indeed, and is very useful for time trials.
Defeated again. This is not fair. Maybe I should retire to a nice big beach with a nice big drink and a woman with nice big bags of ice for my head.
It's not over, Bandicoot. There are still the gems. We still have a chance to triumph.
So, Crash Bandicoot 3 War. What do I think of it? Probably my favourite game in the series. Although, it does kind of clash with Crash 2, so maybe it's joint first. This is the first series, after all, where I like both the sequels. Seriously. Joint first. So yeah, the additional abilities certainly help, and indeed some of the only real new thing that really gets in the way is the Wumpa Fruit Bazooka, which can be rather annoying to control in both versions. And if anything, I do think the this version is actually easier, certainly on the final boss. However, I am still going to look at some of the other unlockable levels in Crash 3. And that will be my next video, so yeah. Indeed, I did try and get the gems, but of course, Rings of Power, one of the unlockable levels, is just, I could not do it. Seriously. So I will save, and on the next episode, we will tackle some of those new levels. So until then, I will see you later. Goodbye!